goals no matter what, and he is up against one of the masters of this game.
And into the first match we're having Sheik. I feel like Mew2King is a default character nowadays. Like if he's gonna pick anyone, it's going to be Sheik. He really only busts out the box mark for specific context and specific stages. There's no Dreamland. I think in any situation, I feel like Dreamland is probably going to be one of the more balanced ones. Tries to get him off on the upbeat though, and power with 2%. And that's definitely the thing about Falco has versus Sheik is that as soon as Falco's off stage, it's disaster. He's going down.
Absolutely. I remember I was talking to Onish Flo earlier in the crowd, and we were talking about Mew2King in that area of the stage, right underneath that platform. And he's like, "That's the best player in the world, right there." That's like, don't
underneath side platform with the other character off stage. Mew2King is a 100-0 matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's his all about like trying to avoid that part of his game, and his game is all about imposing that upon you.
Yeah, definitely. One of those people that's going to try to get you off stage as quickly as possible, not necessarily go for like the extended chase grab follow. But Falco in his own right, dangerous off stage, and Sheik with the special recovery that she has is really risky off stage as well. But that player is so quick. Sheik has a 3-frame jump spot, airborne frame 4, and then 3-frame nair. It's out really quickly.
Ginger doing a good job of keeping this game close, however, even though he's lagging slightly behind Mew2King right now.
I like that he recognized that he was going to come and be able to up the immediate in order to grab ledge. A lot of other inexperienced players will end up not being able to react to that, but he knew that it was coming before. So far, though, it hasn't helped tremendously being down 2 stocks right now, but was able to get Sheik off the stage, and I like that the Shine Stall down below ledge and waiting until they get closer so that you can jump out and back air.
Yeah, Ginger is trying to inch his way back into this. Mew2King locking it down, starting to creep away with the momentum of this, and he is just using those bears to kind of keep
the back
him
air
out.
storm was working for him. And Falco with, I mean, back air is one of those moves that you just can't really challenge like straight up. You have to work around it. You don't just beat it. You just go like you just try to find ways around it. And you see Mew2King using those nair out of shields extremely well. If you do it frame perfectly, same exact frame data as a grab out of shield, 7 frames. But got the reverse back air off, but with Dreamland being so big, Mew2King was able to stay alive. The forward tilt, underrated, criminally underrated move by Fox and Falco's forward tilt, especially the angle down one, the daft.
the downward angle forward tilt.
Downward angle forward tilt.
You gotta love it. Ginger pressuring here.
I feel like Ginger could have done more to get back to the other side of the stage, but as it stands, he was able to complete the edge guard on the other side, and he's got a little bit of trek ahead of him. Tried to bait out Mew2King hitting a shield to punish him on the slip off of the platform, but popped him right up forward air, and that's it.
Can't make one mistake against Jason Zimmerman.
Jason Zimmerman is definitely, we try to break down Melee into like something so simplistic like, oh, well, if you get into this situation, it's just, you just 0 to death them and they're just dead automatically, right? And it rarely pans out like that, right? People make mistakes, the punishes are never really like, 100%, like, maybe like 10% of the time, right? Jason is one of those people that you can expect, okay, if I do make a mistake, 95% of the time, I am going to die if he has a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, he's certainly, I was playing some friendlies with him earlier, and it just felt like anytime I made any kind of, whether it be an actual technical error, Mew2King taking that first game, the one they call Ginger will be fighting his way back in here, and he takes the first stock off to a great start. Why do you think he went back to Dreamland here? He could have picked any stage he wanted. There's no bans. Why would he go back to not only the stage that he lost on, but a stage that most people don't consider a great stage for Falco?
Well, here's the thing, right? You're playing against Sheik, and like the knee-jerk reaction is just like, oh, I'm just taking a final destination. It's a trap. It's a trap. Jason is going to switch to Marth, so you can't do that, right?
I see.
Maybe he doesn't want to go to Yoshi's story because he fears the counter pick with like Marth or a Fox or something like that. I don't really know. I feel like Fountain is just like one of those like janky stages. It's maybe he didn't want to risk it. He felt like he went close enough, and he didn't want to risk the plethora of counter pick options that Jason has, and then decided to just go back onto a stage where he made it down to last stock.
Ginger already having a much better game here in game 2, finding his footing against Mew2King.
Yeah, he kind of got behind really early, but he started to play it a little bit more evenly towards the latter half of the match. The up throw up tilt was really nice. No DI on the on Falco, and was able to get that back air in order to take the stock. Sheik's back air, really, really good. The sweet spot is not that much weaker than like the sweet spot in air or forward air, and it's just got so much range. It's almost like a faster like Samus back air with that sweet spot. And transforming to Zelda, they'll do that early just because of how much further Zelda can float towards the stage. Like her aerial drift and her floatiness make it so that she can just drift a lot further than Sheik. So that's why they'll transform, drift, and then transform back into Sheik for the rest of the recovery.
I mean, when you get back to the stage like that and you have Zelda recovers and they get to transform back into Sheik, that's got to be like mentally detrimental to the other player too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it's if they understand the way that it works. They just understand that that's something that's just another tool that Sheik has. Now, granted, you want to get into the situation. Oh, and the get up attack
nice
was
get
really
up attack
nice.
tech too.
Yeah, Jason really intelligently, after he got back on, he realized he was knocked down. He just waited for a little bit and waited until the up B came in order to get that get-up attack to knock Falco back off. Ginger got the tech, but Jason was able to finish it.
So much experience.
Yeah, that was a really poor decision. Falco just up being straight into Sheik. Definitely should have tried to mix it up, try to go for ledge, because it felt like Jason didn't really he kind of gave up ledge. He didn't really go after.
He was fully. I mean, he had the extra stock. He was fully committed to just using his stock to edge guard Falco by any means necessary. We saw him go under the stage there at the end of the game.
Yeah, so minor misjudgment there by Ginger, and right back to Dreamland. And this I disagree with. You've lost 2 games on here. Obviously, it's not working. You got to try something else, right? Even if it does end up not working, you can't convince yourself that, oh, if I've lost twice here, I can do it again the 3rd time. It's like, no, just give it up, move on, try a different stage, and move on with the set. But what was that, the triple dare?
That was a triple dare platform chase, almost remnants of the shades of Pee-Pee there.
Yeah, well, every Falco likes their down airs, right? Oh my god, was that the forwarder that beat Falco down air clean? That was ridiculous.
Thought Mew2King would go for another needle there, but that wasn't working out for him very well in the last match, so he started switching to using more aerials for edge guarding.
Yep, and all he had to do was roll, get back on the stage, and we're back down to even. Ooh, caught the grab. And here we go with the tech chase. Jason obviously is capable of doing this. That was a really, really quick match. Really good on Ginger for being able to get out of that grab. The early needle.
And another
that's unfortunate.
Picture-perfect textbook Mew2King edge guard there.
It's just so simple. You feel like he's not even like exerting that much effort, and it's just so
simple
high
and clean,
level.
like the opening to Kingdom Hearts 1.
Man, that song is touching.
It is downright touching. And now that I'm older, it has that hint of nostalgia as well. So there's extra man tears.
Yeah, the real man tears. Yes, that's that's the term I like to use. Real man tears.
Forward air tech in. Nice way to stay alive there by Ginger, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Man, these needles have been so on point. It's just been standing needle, but he's just been making it work every single time.
Yeah, if you find yourself, if you look up from your controller and you find yourself over there on the edge with Mew2King, it's a bad time. You're going lock up raw like MSNBC. He has got you in the isolation chamber.
The follow-up single laser. And Ginger getting a lot of these weak hits, not able to really close out this stock yet.
Let me go over here where he's already thrown me off stage 3 times. Let me see if I can just not get back thrown. Oh.
Yeah, at some point you gotta just like if I were Falco, I would just stand on the opposite side of the stage and standing laser at that point. It's just like, I give it to you.
When you're down by this many stocks, you gotta make something happen. You can't hang back that much, but standing over there on the in the Mew2King zone, as I like to call it.
Yeah, you just let him get back on stage.
It's gotta be a middle ground.
Oh, but we might have something going here. This is what makes Dreamland actually a pretty good stage for Falco, just because of the way the platforms are positioned being so big. Falco has a lot of room to be able to do his pillar combos, down air, shine, follow up on the platforms, and just really extend them a lot further than he can on other stages.
It's hard to combo Mew2King too, because the same way he's very technical and very well-versed in his experiences like punishing and comboing people, he's just as experienced as like DIing, SDIing, mixing up his recoveries.
It'll be difficult. People that are normally really good at punishing punishing different characters will find themselves not being able to get that punish on Mew2King because he's so good at those, at being able to DI the AMSA tech, stuff like that. But now all of a sudden we've gotten it really close. I want to oh, that might be it.
And 3 donut
yep,
looks
that's
to be the case for the mini Tiger Woods pop-off from Mew2King.
I do want to mention that I really like how Ginger took that last stock before he died with the down tilt when he got back on stage. The normal thing to do is just, walk forward and then get the down smash to knock him back off stage. But as we were saying, Mew2King is really good at being able to get those OMS attacks where, like, if you have an attack like down smash that hits you really low or, like back onto the stage, Mew2King will be able to SDI, cross cancel, whatever it is, and get the tech and be able to survive in those situations. So he saw the percent and he was just like, I'm on Dreamland, this is the percent, I'm going to down tilt, guaranteed kill off the top.
Yeah,